How do
Yeah,
you feel about the future of your business?
I feel amazing about it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a huge, just like all around every area, it's going to increase. So that's kind of
Yeah.
how
Welcome to the Painter Growth Podcast, where we help you scale your painting company in record time. Join us as we explore sales, marketing, hiring, finances, leadership, and more, everything that you need to know to scale and grow your painting business. I hope you enjoy and subscribe.
What's up, everyone? Michael Hickman here, founder of paintergrowth.com, and you're listening to the Blake Smith Show.
Let's
No,
go.
it's the Painter Growth Podcast, and Mr. Blake Smith is going to share a painter growth episode for us. What's up, Blake? Stoked to have you here, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the time, Mike. Thank you for having me on here. Looking forward to just talking a little bit and seeing where everything's at.
Why don't you just start out by introducing yourself?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Blake Smith, as you know. Name is pretty clearly stated. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, or Woodstock, Georgia, kind of like 30 minutes outside of Atlanta, so like a northern suburb. Finished college this past year and started kind of like my painting journey by starting a business. I painted a little bit in college and then just kind of wanted to branch out, work for myself. So
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
I
24.
started my business at 21.
21.
So
Jeez, man. I didn't have the motivation or dedication at that age. No shot. That's insane.
all good, man.
It's
So
not.
you just started your business out of college.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that, the first few months just getting your business started.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm officially, I think, 8 weeks in now, 7 or 8 weeks, give or take, something like that. So first month it was kind of just on my own, trying to figure things out. I had a decent idea, but didn't do too well. So I think I sold just under 10K in rev. And then this past month, since joining the Painter Growth
We'll get there.
program.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
We're gonna take it slow. Slow roll this. Okay.
All right.
Let the people wait a minute.
All right.
So you had your business for how long before you joined Painter Growth?
4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Okay, so like very, very fresh. And you booked about 10K in that first 4 weeks.
Yeah, it was like 6 jobs or something.
That's pretty good, man. I mean, where did those jobs come from?
It was from Thumbtack. So it's kind of one of these apps I use as one of the marketing channels. It's Thumbtack.
You just bought leads.
Yeah, essentially just buying leads. Yep. Just spent
Yeah.
I was doing like 500 a week or something.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so you spent like $2,000 and you booked about 10 grand.
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
not too bad. I mean,
Mhm.
people could, I've seen worse.
Yeah, no.
What made you decide to start a painting business?
To start a painting business, really the real reason, I just wanted to start a business in general, kind of just throughout my life, but just kind of being in the industry and actually painting on site for a couple years through college kind of just gave me real hindsight of like, okay, let's do this thing. So I just started doing a little bit of research on it for like a good 6 months before I actually launched the business, just actually looking into you, a couple other people, just like experts in the industry, and kind of here we are.
Yeah. Okay. So you did a little bit of painting, you had the experience, you're like, hey, I'm going to try this whole painting business out.
Yep, exactly. That's kind of where I was like, let's give it a shot. Let's knock it out of the park and let's see what happens.
And what'd you take in school?
School, I studied supply chain management and logistics. So that was a 5-year plan. That took me about 5 years. So
wow. Yeah. You don't want to go be a supply chain manager for a grocery store or something?
No. I can't work for anybody, man. I had to figure out a way. So this is the way.
Okay, cool. So what did you think the first time you kind of saw our ads or Painter Growth ads on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you saw us? Where did you hear about us first?
I heard of Instagram, literally Instagram. Yes, I was just scrolling one day and I was like, Painter Growth. I was like, interesting. And I saw you guys were followed by Drip Jobs, which is my CRM I use. So I was like, okay, probably pretty legit. The ad with you on it was pretty legit. I was like, okay, this dude, I think he knows his stuff. See what happens. So like, I kind of just looked into it a little bit more. I had another ad pop up and I was like, all right, let's kind of check into this. And then schedule the call and then boom, here we are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you scheduled the call. What was that call like?
It was pretty transparent and straightforward. So you guys kind of just explained exactly what takes place in the program and kind of just validating how legit it is because it's super legit. So it was just straightforward, man. I mean, it was great. Yeah.
So you, how did you So you got in the call and there's investment to join, right? And so how did you kind of justify investing in a program when your business was like just starting, you didn't really have cash flow at the time?
Yeah, well, to be completely honest, I was already in debt from starting the company, but this was literally like a no-brainer to me. I looked into it. I kind of just evaluated like, okay, what do I know now and what will I know in the future, regardless of the price? Because all things in life, whether it's a mentor, a business coach, or something, say you're paying for coaching for a sport, in turn, it's actually going to increase value. So sure, it's that upfront cost, whatever the case may be, but over time, the value you get back is lifetime value, whether it's knowledge or just like business knowledge, or like I said, in an instance, like a sport. You're going to get better if you practice and you hire an expert. So that was kind of where my head was at. It's like, think about stocks too. You try to invest in a stock, you're kind of going to do your research and eventually it'll have big gains and returns. So it's kind of the same concept for me with this. So,
man, the comparison I really like is imagine trying to learn jujitsu, but without a coach. And it's like every day you get into a street fight and just get your ass kicked every single day.
That's how it goes. Yeah, I actually did jiu-jitsu for a little bit. I wrestled most of my life, but I did jiu-jitsu for a little bit. So that was an interesting journey. It's fun.
Yeah, imagine just fighting someone every day who had never taken like a second of like training and just like fought to get better.
You're done for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get annihilated eventually. Yeah, probably not eventually. Like from the start, you're gonna get annihilated. Yeah.
Some people do that for like their whole life. They're in business for 30 years and just like you're a white belt for 30 years.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. That's what a lot of people do, and it just depends on what your goals are, I guess. Because some people are okay with making a tiny bit of money, but they're happy, they're having fun. But I mean, if you're really trying to get to the next level, I think you really have to hire a coach.
Yeah, I think most people are not necessarily happy where they're at, but they're just scared to like step out of their comfort zone and invest in something new.
Yeah, I think that's probably a big bottleneck for people. But like I said, all investments, there's going to be a return. It's usually 99.9% of the time a positive return. I mean, you kind of just get out what you put in, right? So
yeah, when it's coaching, not always, not all financial investments.
Well, not all fun. Yeah, all right, exactly. That's a little bit far fetched, but yeah, regarding coaching, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was onboarding like?
The onboarding was very smooth. I had a couple calls with Diego and Anna. That was really nice. They kind of just helped me understand a little bit of the information up front. Also, Jesse was a big help in that. And here we are. So, yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. I mean, it was pretty straightforward, man. So
perfect. And so how many weeks ago was that? How many weeks have you been in?
I think I've been in for 6 weeks now. 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay.
Yeah,
what's happened in the 6 weeks?
Exponential growth. I have tripled my business in these last 6 weeks. So you want me to go into the numbers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, yeah. So month one, like I said previously, it was just under 10K. So this is end of August here. We're at 33 something, I believe, in revenue right now. So 33, and I've got a couple pending deals. If those hit, we'll be over 50. But I don't know if they're going to hit, so I got to follow up with those customers. But yeah, in the 30s already. So that's triple business in the first literally 6 weeks. So
amazing. So you come in, you just starting your business.
Yep.
We don't have to get into the tactics or anything like that, but like what's happening in your estimates now? Let's go there.
I just feel like I'm more just, I don't know the best way to put this. I guess kind of just caring about the customer first versus a sale is the biggest thing, I would say. Just caring for actually customizing their needs and just actually explaining in depth and having value add throughout the entire process, I would say is the biggest thing that I think is helping me close more. Just really explaining value to people. Because, I mean, you can easily take a guy that comes in and is just like, all right, yeah, this room. Yeah, I think it's going to be like 600 square feet. Let's just do it for like $500. How does that sound? It's like versus someone actually coming in, taking the 45 minutes to an hour to actually do an estimate, customize their needs, explain every single bottleneck. Like, yeah, you see these, holes in the wall. Those are 100% fixable. Is that something you guys want to get done? So just little things like that, man, just trying to see like really what they're about and customizing them, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, well, I mean, that's a tip you probably could have figured out on YouTube, right?
Fair enough.
So what do you like, where do you see the value in painter growth other than like the content? Because ultimately everything is available on YouTube if you look hard enough, right? So what was a big value proposition for you? Was it the team or the community or the accountability or like what have you found to be the most valuable things for Blake?
Yeah, I think the absolute most valuable thing would be the team and the weekly meetings that we have. They're very helpful. Everyone in there is super supportive. Everyone's trying to get better and do their best in the business and life, everything. So I think the team aspect and just like, especially accountability to you guys check up, like, you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you getting this done? So that's another huge one for me. And of course the content that's supersedes a lot of things, but that's a huge one as well. Yeah, I would say the team aspect is pretty sweet, man. Just doing the weekly meetings and kind of just learn so much in those couple hours that you do throughout the week. It's huge. So
Nice. So what does September look like for you? We're just wrapping up August. What's September look like?
September, I'm looking like it's going to be a great month. So we'll see. I mean, I've got some bookings already for September. I'm kind of just like scheduled through there. A couple of the weeks in there, I've got a first week of October booked, but September, I think it's going to be a great month. That's the plan. I think it's going to be a good one.
So with all the changes that happened in your business over the last 6 weeks, how do you feel about the future of your business?
I feel amazing about it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a huge, just like all around every area, it's going to increase. So that's kind of how
what would you say to like another painter either just getting started or been in the game a long time who's just on the fence, not quite sure if this is the right direction for them?
I would say, brother, listen, if you want to really learn to scale a business correctly, give it a shot. I promise you, Mike and his team will knock it out of the park. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like just the whole return on everything. It's 100% worth the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
For the price it is, like it's a no brainer. You got to sign up. I don't even work for Painter Growth. I'm just telling you straight up. You got to sign up if you want to learn.
We got to up our prices, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think you could. I think you could, for sure. I would.
So what else? Is there anything else that you'd want to say to someone listen right now?
The best thing I could say is schedule that call and give them a shot. That's the best thing I can tell you because it's going to help you. It's just a small investment that's only going to give you a return. So it's like, what are you going to do? You buy this coaching. What are you going to get worse at painting or like you going to get better? I think you're going to get better. So it's like, this is information you don't know yet. Maybe you've seen it, but it's in the subconscious, but now it's going to come consciously to your mind. You're actually seeing it in front of you. It's the best thing I can say.
There's a concept that we use. It's called it's the difference between recognition and understanding. It's like you might recognize some of the things that we talk about. Like very rarely can we tell you a completely new concept that you've never heard before. It's like presenting it in a way that creates that action.
Yep, exactly. That's a good way to put it. I like that. It's a really nice analogy.
Yeah. Well, dude, this is just beginning. And I mean, for people like you, like what we typically do is like, this is interview number 1. And then in like another 8 weeks, we'll do like interview number 2 where you'll be like on an island somewhere.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm up in Bali, man. Just like shooting a call to Mike on the beach. It's like, hey, what's good? You guys need
actually in 7 weeks, you'll be in Phoenix at our mastermind.
Well, yeah, in 7 weeks, I might be at that mastermind, man. So I might be there.
We'll be there. You'll be there. All right. You mark my word. Sweet, dude. Well, man, I appreciate your support, and I'm stoked on your growth and your ability to take action. Not everyone else has that ability, right? Some people come in and they're in for like months and months and months, and you ask them what they've done, and they just like literally haven't done anything. But you came in and you just took action right away. You knew what you wanted, and you got it, and
yes, sir.
Paying the bills.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I got a lot of work to do, but yeah, it's a lot better than I was last month. I can tell you that. I'm a lot better off just 1 month of buying this coaching. I made the money back in like 1 week. So it's like, boom.
One what?
Literally like one job I made the money back. So it's like, dude, it's well worth it.
Playing with house money now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I often get impatient in my business as well. I'm like, oh, everything has to get done today. I need to get this fixed and whatever change. But yeah, it's like, the as Alex Hormozy says, like the point of the game of business is to stay in the game of business as long as possible.
I like
how long can you stay in business? Is it 5 years? Is it 10 years? Is it 30 years? Yeah, create a sustainable business, and that starts with systems. So
systems, yeah, that's another big thing in the coaching that you will learn when you guys sign up for the program.
There we go.
Systems are 100% necessary, because if you don't have them, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
You
I
have
think a lot
no-
of people get like scared of the idea of systems too, right? They don't like a system, but really a system can be like a checklist.
Yeah, it's literally just like you just start writing stuff up. So one day when you actually want to step out of your business, you can actually present systems and say, hey, production manager Bobby, this is the list. Let's go ahead and study this over the next week. Boom, there you go. Now your time is off in Bali, like we talked about.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Dude,
sir.
stoked for your growth. And I can tell, man, this is just the beginning.
Yeah, yes, sir. I think it's just the beginning, man, and the future's bright as long as you put in the work. Any industry you're in, painting or not, it's always bright if you can put in that work, man. Work smart though. Work smart, but also look hard in the areas you need to work hard in. So
it's like focused, diligent work.
Yeah,
working on the right things.
Because that's another thing too. I didn't even mention this. Like I'm only working part time on my business right now, so that's another huge thing. I mean, I'm probably doing 25 hours a week. So that's a big thing too. So big thing for me was time. So like I like to do other stuff outside of work, so I had to make more time. But you know, eventually I'll probably end up going a little bit more than 25 hours a week to get to that next level of scale, tier 2, tier 3 scale. So
yeah,
but that's where we're at right now at the moment, like 25 hours a week. So it's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad for a $500,000 a year trending business. So let's go.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Sweet, dude. Well, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate the conversation. And like I said, stoked to see what you're going to be able to accomplish throughout the rest of the year.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on here. It's a blast.
Thanks for listening to the Painter Growth Podcast. If you want to grow your painting business, go to www.paintergrowth.com or click on the top link in the description. Talk soon.